All right, time for Mix 106 movie reviews with our very own Mix 106 movie critic, Willie Waffle. We've got 3 movies for you this week. Disney's Monkey Kingdom. Also for you scary movie fans, we have a scary movie, Unfriended. And finally, Paul Blart heads to Vegas for vacation, but he stumbles across a heinous plot in Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
I like to think of Paul Blart as like Die Hard if Bruce Willis was overweight, socially inept, clumsy, and kind of dim-witted.
Okay, that would be a completely different movie, so that doesn't even make sense.
No, it totally makes sense. Think about it. Because in the movie Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, he's trapped in the Wynn Hotel out in Las Vegas, and he's running around battling evildoers who are trying to steal the artwork that's very, very valuable.
All right, I guess maybe I can see it.
Except Die Hard was a million times better.
Oh, no. And there were some bad Die Hards.
There were. Trust me. Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 is on the level of, like, Die Hard 5.
So is the only reason they made this because I saw the first one, and I thought it was absolutely unfunny and horrible and couldn't believe when I saw they were making a second one. So is it just because, hey, this thing made money, we should do it again?
Yes. Because there were no unanswered questions at the end of Paul Blart. At the end of the first one, he was living happily ever after. He got the girl. His career was looking great. In this movie, we check in 6 years later. We find out that he got the girl, but she dumped him 6 days later.
I think everybody saw the writing on the wall the first time, and the reason that it had, no cliffhangers is because they went, oh, this movie is so bad, they're never going to do a second one. We better end it right here.
Don't underestimate the greed of Hollywood studio executives.
Oh, just wait. In 20 years, they're going to be doing a remake.
It'll be Zac Efron playing Paul Blart after he's, gained a ton of weight.
So what do you give it?
Oh, I'm giving it, half a waffle. Because the biggest problem is they don't make Paul Blart lovable and cuddly and wonderful. That's what's needed here. Kevin James is really great at taking these oddball characters and making them likable because they've got a heart of gold and there's something nice and sweet about them. Paul Blart doesn't have anything nice and sweet about him. He just comes off like a big blowhard moron.
All right, enough about Paul Blart. I'm looking for an amazing review for a scary movie.
I think you've got it here. It's called Unfriended, and it's kind of a cool idea. You've got this group of teenagers who are getting together kind of on a Skype, chat room when another person joins them. And it's a person they don't know, but this person seems to know all about them and seems to want to make them spill all their dirty little secrets about the incident that happened a year earlier, about the young lady, one of their friends, who committed suicide because she was cyberbullied after somebody posted a very embarrassing video of her on the internet.
Dun, dun, dun. This sounds like real life and Facebook.
Well, unfortunately, this is happening. But I think what the movie really gets, I think the movie's strong point is kind of this novel take on the found footage genre, because it all seems to be taking place on this one girl's computer screen. So we're seeing Skype through her eyes. We're seeing her opening up different windows. We're seeing her exchanging messages with different people. We see her searching through, trying to find out information about this or that or the other thing. And that's cool. And then they meld it with just good traditional horror stuff. The bumps in the night that make you go crazy, wondering what's around the corner, what's behind that guy on his camera, that kind of stuff that, just makes you scared no matter what age you are or what generation this is.
All right, so what do you give it?
I'm going to say 3 waffles. It could be scarier, but I like it.
All right, and finally, another sickeningly sweet movie from Disney.
See, you and I are together on this one. And we stand alone, dude. It's called Monkey Kingdom, and I'm with you. It's supposed to be a nature documentary. That's how it's billed. It's supposed to be the story of a young mother monkey raising her baby monkey in the jungles of Sri Lanka and all the difficulties they face. And then they throw that sickly sweet story on it. They just manufacture a story out of nowhere, giving all the monkeys human characteristics that they don't have, trying to make it sound like, oh, they're just like us. They're a family just like us. They do the same thing we do. Blah.
I was going to say, if you really think that this is a documentary, then you need to watch the Discovery Channel because I'm guessing in this movie nobody dies.
and in real life, they don't play the Monkees theme song.
Well, we don't know that for sure. You know, with technology these days, you don't know. Somebody could have dropped an MP3 out in the forest somewhere.
Well, and I feel bad because the crew that films all this footage does such an amazing job. I mean, the things that they capture are just stunning, and then they hand it over to Disney, where it's just butchered and formulated into this story that they can't even recognize. And I know 99% of you out there are just saying, "Shut up, Waffle. My kid likes it, and I like it, and we're going."
All right, shut up, Waffle. Apparently, there's a lot of people who like it, and they're going. What are you giving it?
I'm giving it 2 waffles.
Well, that's not bad. So the average person who's telling you to shut up, probably 3.5, right?
Yeah, probably.
All right. What do we have next week?
Next week we have the other Harrison Ford movie of the year, The Age of Adeline.
And I saw Harrison Ford's trailer yesterday. It came out for the first trailer for Star Wars. I have to admit, I got goosebumps when he shows up at the end of the trailer and Chewie, we're home.
Oh, God. I've just been watching it on a constant loop for the past, 12 to 13 hours.
My wife thinks I'm the biggest nerd ever.
I know. I was kind of like, it's not right for me to have a tear in my eye right now, is it?
Oh, my God. Me too. That came on, and I literally started to tear up. All right. We'll see you next week, Willie.
All right. Talk to you next week.